But I thought I would point out some of the things. See, there's a lot of things that I have done over the years that I should be famous for, but the cult made sure that I wasn't. And they have been meticulously erasing me from all records. It's that particular satanic cult. There's all different ones with all different beliefs, believe it or not. But that particular one, nobody's allowed to be famous in that one. So I know that there are some actors and actresses who are in satanic cults, but most of them don't even know it, and but they are allowed to be famous. That's the big difference. So I'm the inventor of the mammogram, the ultrasound, the bone density test, surgery, microscopic robotic surgery, laparoscopic surgery. By the time I was about 14, I had already won like 5 Academy Awards, and 2 of them was for Best Actor, because before my breasts grew in, and I'm stunned that people don't know this, but little girls don't have breasts. They develop at around age 12, and so before my breasts grew in, I used to play little boys, and one of the little boys I played was Little Ricky, and Lord of the Flies. I played the good boy in Lord of the Flies, and got an Academy Award for being Grace Kelly. And then another woman had her face changed to look like me, and she went over to Monaco to be Grace Kelly and live as a princess. In the meantime, I wasn't getting any of the money or any of the fame. And when I was 15, well, when I was in grammar school, I wrote and directed West Side Story and co-wrote all the songs. And I was in it. I was anybody's in that. And I did the same thing with All That Jazz, except I didn't write the songs. And with Hair, that was my first Broadway play that I wrote and directed. And I was 15 when I did that. So, you see, there really should be a lot more things that you recognize me for. I invented the internet. I've been real busy. And nobody seems to, the only thing they care about is that they saw me naked on the internet, which is really kind of crazy. Especially since I had nothing to do with that, except for that was me, and my privacy was invaded by the NSA, and they can film things right through walls. And the fact that nobody believes that is ridiculous and really sad. People, I find, have their little box that they live in, and they don't venture out. They're in their own box that they made, and if they hear something that they don't like, they just don't believe it. And so everything can stay perfect in their little world. So, but most recently with Trump, I did counsel him, and he used most of the tricks, most of the things that I recommended, and he did win. Now, he won by cheating, but it appears to the general public that I was pro-Trump because of that. And evidently, like all during the campaign, he was crediting me. But I didn't want him to be president. I was just trying to answer his questions so he would leave my house. So that's a big faux pas. If you think that I wanted Trump to be president, you are dead wrong. The man wants to bring back slavery. He wants to nuke the inner cities. He wants to nuke all of Asia. I mean, it's just in Africa. He's a lunatic, a madman, and he never should have. It's Kellyanne Conway who should be credited with cheating his way to the presidency, not me. I didn't do that. So so I thought, since it's the military that's been so mean to me and broke my back last year and has put homing devices inside of me and recording devices in my bowel. So it's a wacky. I mean, they did it without my knowledge or consent. You know, talk about invasion of privacy. They have cameras and microphones inside my toilet. So, and then I have to hear them complain about the way I go to the bathroom. I never even thought about the way I went to the bathroom. You know, that's just something you do. And they don't like, there's GRR, whose name I really should tell you because he's lost his mind. But it was so mad at me for wiping off after I peed, you know, and I think it's disgusting that he thinks that you shouldn't do that. But you know, you can't fight crazy because there's you can't use logic on crazy. So